Hey, I'm TonyScapone, and this is not the Epic Gamble. This is Ad Nauseam Tendrils. This is a Grixis version. There are a couple of versions running around. Just quick caveat, I am certainly no expert on this deck. I'm not alien to it. I have played it in the past, just not to any significant degree. But I figured I'd give it a whirl, dust off the old cobwebs, have some fun, and just kind of throw my thoughts out there for whatever they're worth, right? So first we're going to play the Grixis variant. I do intend on making some more content on kind of the bug version and then like a 4-color hybrid, right? So, but we'll start with this, which of course has been championed by Demonic Tutors, who has had, a fair amount of success in challenges, leagues, that sort of thing. So if you're not familiar with how this deck operates, I'll run through it really quick. It's a storm deck. Obviously, ultimately, we are trying to kill them with one of our storm win cons, preferably Tendrils, so that they die this turn rather than the next turn with something like Empty the Warrens, but the card certainly has its purposes. But of course, we have lands, fast mana, right? Petal, LED, Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual. This deck is looking to utilize its graveyard threshold. And it has cantrips to do that, right? You sculpt your hand with cantrips, you fill your graveyard, you get threshold, and then you can kind of lean on Past in Flames for these rather clean, deterministic kills, right? Cast rituals, tutor Past in Flames, flashback the rituals, tutor for your tendrils, and kill them. That's generally how it works, right? So like I said, mana, cantrips, and then your main action, that being tutors. One of the big differences with the Grixis variant is that you're dipping into... So basically all the Ad Nauseam decks have Past in Flames, but no one's calling it Grixis just because it has Past in Flames and Empty the Warrens, right? That's like saying the Epic Gamble, is Grixis because it has Tendrils and Echo Bayons, So we have these tutors, right? And one of the big differences with the Grixis is that you are actually dipping into Burning Wish. I know people have played with, Burning Ant varieties in the past with higher numbers of Burning Wish. I know Ed Demonic Tutors runs the two. So I'm just going to run what the latest list I saw from him on Goldfish was, just as a reference. 2 felt pretty good. I ran through a league last night. I feel like you can definitely get like action heavy and cluttered with too much in terms of tutors. I could see how 8 is not the number that you want, or even 7. So it felt good, but of course it gives us access to a small wish package and our win cons and stuff like that. But traditionally, Ad Nauseam did not have any sort of win package or wish package and wins from Infernal Tutor. So Infernal Tutor is just like Demonic Tutor, except if you're not Hellbent, you can only search for a card that's in your hand, right? So you can cast this card to kind of double up on a card that's already in your hand, which comes up and can be useful. But ultimately, this deck is really trying to get Hellbent. The cantrips help it do that. Obviously, Lion's Eye Diamond is like the primary way in which we achieve that, but get Hellbent and muster up enough storm mana to ultimately kill them with Tendrils. And these versions lean on, and there's really no, at least from what I can see from the community, a true consensus on number of discard spells that you could run, whether it's Grixis, Bug, some variation in between, whatever. I guess since Demonic Tutors has gone and, done well enough with this version that people have certainly jumped on the bandwagon of going pretty heavy on the discard. I think it makes sense, especially with a Grixis variant. It adds a level of consistency for the deck that I find to be effective for what the deck is trying to do. Duress is not ideal. Thoughtseize is better. Even just having a deck with like 7 or 8 discard spells isn't necessarily ideal, but Duress is doing a very particular and specific thing that this deck absolutely wants. It needs to be able to clear the way, and because the card quality, I feel like it's almost like a catch-22, right? Like, discard has gotten worse over time, right? Because card quality has gone up. Force of Negation has been printed. Oftentimes you discard them and it's not good enough, you know? So, but the problem is, that problem is compounded when you reduce how much discard you have, right? So, this deck needs discard to function, and one discard spell is often not going to get there. You need more protection than just 4 Thoughtseize, right? It's not enough to just say, Duress is bad, I'm only going to play Thoughtseize. Like, you have to either supplement it with Veil, which is what bug versions do, or Duress, or some combination of both, you know, whatever it is. But in Grixis, you're not playing Veil, so you're leaning more towards the discard spells. So, I mean, that's kind of the general gist of it. Of course, most people know kind of the funny, the fact that this is called Ad Nauseam Tendrils, right, when there is another Storm deck in Legacy that really is like the Ad Nauseam deck, right? It's not Plan A for Ad Nauseam Tendrils. It's Plan A for the Epic Storm. Plan A for Ad Nauseam Tendrils is actually Past in Flames. Say probably Plan B is Ad Nauseam. Plan C, since you're looking to actually kill them then, is probably Tutor Chains. You know, casting a bunch of spells and then having enough mana where you go Hellbent, where you just go tutor for tutor for tutor for tutor for, you know, for Tendrils. I guess we have Burning Wish as well, so I don't want to get into some sort of exact science about, you know, what the plans are. But my point is, Ad Nauseam, despite the namesake of the deck, it's not actually the namesake. So, yeah. I mean, that's about it. We should probably just jump into the league. I guess we'll just dip into the sideboard really quick. So, you know, it's easier. Go pile view. So we have, let's go. So we have a Wish package, right? You got Peer into the Abyss for when we have a ton of mana and Burning Wish, or even like a ton of mana in Infernal Tutor, because you can Infernal for Burning Wish for Peer. We have Tendrils, so that we actually have the kill win con in our sideboard. We have Empty for when we want to empty through Burning Wish. Massacre, so that we can kill creatures. Very good against D&T, right? They control planes, and we have a Swamp. It is free. What else in the Wish package? I guess Consign to Oblivion. This is kind of cheeky. You can get it with Burning Wish. You know, it's ultimately an instant that will bounce something, but you can get it with Burning Wish because it has Oblivion, so it's a sorcery. So that's in the Wish package. Duress, I'm sure it comes up where Burning Wish can get the Duress. Sometimes I would imagine you want to be bringing it in. I think I will be. I don't know exactly how, you know, others do it, but oftentimes I think I will be bringing it in certain matchups. Meltdown, I think, is a great option for Burning Wish. Post board, I don't know if I want to bring it in. We'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so that's the Wish package, and then you just have straightforward, like, removal, right? There are, say, 7. I know he was running the Hermits for a while, but the latest list I have here took him out in favor of Otawara and second Echoing Truth, right? So just more removal. You can tutor the sorceries from the sideboard with Burning Wish. Yeah, you can. So, and these are things that, of course, you bring in post board for particular permanents that are, you know, hate pieces that are trying to stop us from doing what we want to do. And then, of course, a surgical for, you know, this or that matchup, Reanimator, stuff like that. So that is the deck, and we are going to jump right into a league. You can see the deck list by just typing in deck like that. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll have the link. You can just scroll down, check it out. But let's fire up a league. I went 3-2 last night. I will say, and I'm saying this without having played Bug or 4-color in a while. Bug, just to like quickly throw it out there, the green splash is ultimately for Veil, Abrupt Decay, Carpet of Flowers, and Boseiju. I feel like people are playing Boseiju in place of, or in the Abrupt Decay slot. I don't think there's like a huge consensus on that, but generally speaking, I just from the outside in, before having played it, I feel like Grixis is going to be a lot more consistent, has access to the basics, like actual basics, 2 islands, 1 swamp. And then there's some flexibility there as well as a result of Burning Wish and having a Wish package. It does kind of shrink your sideboard, but honestly, like, I don't know. I'll have to look at more recent lists. I haven't in a while, but I feel like in the past there's been, it's almost like you don't know what to do with your sideboard as an Ad Nauseam player, because you just have all this space, and what do you really, you have no Wish package. It's like you're not changing, your deck is doing the same thing, so really you just have like a bunch of spots devoted to like just way too much removal is what winds up happening, like 10 pieces of different removal for every, but like it makes sense. It's just, I guess the point I'm trying to make is there's certainly room for a Wish board with this deck. So it's not like, to me, it's not a huge cost. Playing Burning Wish, your sideboard space is not a huge cost. You think it's terrible? The sideboard package? Yeah, I mean, I'm skeptical about how useful a sideboard duress is. I don't have enough experience with this. I don't know how useful it will be. I didn't cast it last night, but I will say I love having access to Peer into the Abyss. I think that is good and is good for this deck specifically. It's very easy to get up to 11 mana, but not have enough Storm and not want to rely upon Past in Flames. It's one of those things that, like, on paper and on its face, it may seem trivial, but in practice could make the most sense given the reality. You know what I mean? I don't think 4 Burning Wish and 4 Infernal Tutor is good. I'll say that. So we have to mull this. We're playing against Juice Master W. Sand is fine. I think we can probably bottom one of the Preordains. Could bottom Rain of Filth, but it'll probably come in handy. Uh-oh. It's actually pretty scary. At least it's an 80-card list. I'm actually not a huge fan of playing 80 cards with this deck. So my LGS, the store owner, has been a big proponent of this deck for like 5 years. And so my store actually has like a breakfast meta. So we have some options here. I know they only play like 1 or 2 days or something in 80 cards, so I'm not going to worry about that. We could duress, but then we just lose to the 2-mana creature. I think I just want to Preordain. If I find Thoughtseize, I'll probably cast it off the pedal. I could just Brainstorm, but I think I want to Preordain here. Don't need Past in Flames. We could have went Pedal, Brainstorm as well, but I'm not sure how great that is. I think I keep this Delta. Not really a reason to pedal here. Yeah, no. We could be dead here, but we can't really help that anyways. Unless we want to like pedal Brainstorm and hope that we hit Thoughtseize and a pedal. I am ready to concede. No, okay. Not quite dead yet. So we know they don't have it in hand. If they have the tutor creature, we're still not dead next turn. They are cantripping, so they might just find it. But they can't go like 3-drop tutor, vials only on 1, so can't get got that way. Getting in for 1. There's the Thoughtseize. I like that. I think I want to brainstorm first. And I'll play around days. It's pretty free here. Okay. So I don't think we necessarily need this petal. We're going to have a lot of mana through Cabal Ritual and Rain of Filth. So I think I'd rather have this land for next turn. Oh, it does let us play around days, though. Yeah, and I guess land and petal are the same if we kill them on the turn that we use it. Could also just get rid of Rain of Filth and keep both the petal and... Although that's actually pretty good. Plus it'll give us Threshold easier. Could bottom Duress, but we might need it. So I guess we can actually just get rid of Preordain and land. Play our petal. Play around days. I don't think they play Wasteland. The land... I guess we go Badlands. Now, they may very well have put it on top and we might still be dead. And depending on what their hand is, do we actually just have a line? We might. Okay, so they have the Recruiter, Ponder Strix. Could be on top. We should probably take Ponder at this point. But they have no interaction. So what do we have? We have 4, 5, 6. We do have to get Hellbent, but we will have Threshold. So 1 nets 1 mana. 1, 2, 1, 4. No, we don't really have anything yet. So we gotta hope we're not dead. Yeah, we're dead. Yep, I'm fine with. I don't need to see all this. If you haven't seen it before, they're gonna mill their whole deck with this 2-card combo and then flashback Thassa's Oracle with Dread Return. Okay. So this deck, we don't need... Well, they might have some hate. And they don't have Wasteland. So right away, there's no cost to just putting Otawara in for an island. Don't want Meltdown. Is there package? I guess could... Well, that's going to stay in the board anyways. Do we want the Duress? Surgical we want. For sure. Take out a Preordain. I do think Duress is important. And I think it should come in over a Preordain. Question is, do we want Fatal Push for like, you know, Canonist or something like that? I don't think so. It seems fine to me. This hand is fine. Now they are combo decks, so we do want to start with Thoughtseize. It's not like some fair blue where we want to hold on to all of our discard. There might be a point in the game where you like wait a turn to have it on like your go turn, but we also want to prevent them from doing something like Brainstorm and put the important thing on top. So they're pretty slow with their own combo. They do have cantrips, but I think we pretty obviously take the Fluster. They shuffled. That's a Duress. Do I want to take this Brainstorm from them? Or do I want to save this? We probably want to just Brainstorm first. That wasn't the greatest. I mean, Dark Ritual is certainly welcome, but I don't think we need Otawara or Tendrils. It's tempting to take Brainstorm. I think I'm going to. There's also a reasonable chance that we do go off next turn, but if we're gonna get close to bottlenecked on something, it's gonna be mana, and this Duress might actually prevent us from... Wow, they shuffled into a Force, or they drew it. So I'm just gonna take the Force. But this hand is looking like it's hungry enough for mana where the Duress might actually prevent us from winning next turn. Whereas I'd rather just like, let them take one draw step. They do get to brainstorm if they want. They opt not to, which is interesting. You get Shuko. Okay. I think that presents the deterministic. So we can get Hellbent. Or I'm sorry, we can get Threshold. So we'll have 3, 4, 7, 9. 7. We have red for Past in Flames. So 3, 5, 8, 6. Another tutor is 4. And then Tendrils. So Storm is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is exact. Wow. Let me make sure I counted that right. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 7, 3, 5, 8, 6, 4. Tendrils. Storm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, we could even get up to 11 because we don't have the tutor chain. We can Duress and Thoughtseize instead, which I guess is technically better since they do have a unknown card, although likely to show up before that point if it's relevant. But let's cast this one. Let's fetch. I don't think it really matters. I guess we could even like leave up a blue at a point to be able to brainstorm, but I don't want to. You don't want to when you're using Past in Flames and you're Hellbent, you don't want to like accidentally cantrip and then not be able to go Hellbent. Okay, so go get Past in Flames. Nice. They're F6'd. So we are good to go here. We can Duress them. They drew Cephalid Illusionist. Not fast enough, sorry. We will Thoughtseize them, why not? And tutor for Tendrils. Got him. So I think we run it back. This hand is suspect. It's so good if we draw into a black source, right? We get to go Thoughtseize, and then probably Ritual Thoughtseize kill you, or Ritual Thoughtseize kill you. How many black sources we talking here? Plus cantrips, right? So 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14. 14 black sources, plus we have 10 cantrips in our deck. 24. It's less than half. It probably doesn't work out if we don't draw it like right away. It's very tempting, but I think that's a mulligan. This is also fairly suspect. I think I'm supposed to keep it though. Yeah. I'm going to reluctantly keep this hand. I don't think we need both of these Cabal rituals. Like maybe I should be mulling to 5 here. Alright. I think we ponder looking for discard. Could also just brainstorm, in which case I shouldn't have played Badlands yet. Do we want to bet that they don't have it? They have to have exactly Cephalid. I think it's worth brainstorming here. Ooh. Okay. Infernal Tutor's preferable here. We want the land, and I think I want this ponder. Do we play out LED because of Cabal Therapy? We could also double daze our surgical. I guess we play out the LED. How are the games going? Not bad. We're in game 3 against Cephalid Breakfast. Why brainstorm? Because we could be dead next turn. So I'd like to find... I wanted to find either discard or... If I had found enough gas, like I probably just would have went for it. And as we can see, we are, or would have been dead if we didn't. Now we get to find our surgical, and if they didn't keep... I'm just trying to think. How do we... What is the best way? Depends on what they flip, right? It's one Narcomoeba. Like, do they have an out if we just take Narcomoebas? I don't think they do. It has to be Dread Return, right? I'd love to be able to see enough of their deck where I can see. I mean, obviously, if you hit Thassa's Oracle, you're probably good too. But like, if you're not careful, you think like, oh, I'm going to make them flip their whole deck so then I can just win by passing the turn and I'll get them with the surgical. Well, they could have like 2 cards left in the deck and then they don't trigger the last one and then you lose your chance to have priority, right? Obnoxious, huh? There's a Canonist. Unearth. So how many forces have we seen? 1, 2... Force of Negation, 2 Force of Negation, 3, 4 Force of Will, and 2 Force of Negation. There's another Narcomoeba. There's no Dread Return or Cabal Therapy yet. I really don't know what is the best way. I can't find any reason why would be a difference to either hitting Narcomoeba or waiting and hitting Illusionist. I guess if we let them get 3 cards, and then they wind up, they have 7 cards, right? If they wind up with 1 card in deck, and they have it, then we lost their chance with Surgical. Although I guess we can see that on the second to last. I think it can get potentially dicey. So I think we're supposed to hit the Narcomoebas. They have no other way, right? Is that true? I haven't gotten enough reps against this deck, or I play decks that just scoop when they have it anyways, so it's like I haven't attempted to interact against this deck. There is a kill with Oracle, yes, but they have to have Dread Return. So if they flip Dread Return, then they have priority and they can use it, but they have to have they're going to have a lot of blue pips. Okay, we have to hit it now. I'm forgetting. They can do it with 4 cards. Like, if they flip Dread Return right now, then we would have lost. So, we got to hit this Narcomoeba now. So, Dread Return... Yeah. So, now they flip. Yeah, they have no way of winning, really. So, hand Cabal Therapy, Strix... And some Dread Return, Force of Negation in their deck. Took out 2 Narcomoebas. They have 1 in play. Yeah. And now they pass. And we can ponder. Whoa. So we pedal. So ponder is 5th, pedal is 6th. We have to wait a turn. 6, 4. That just seemed weird to me. That's a hit the and then they just die in the spot. Oh yeah, because next turn they can put the Strix into play, and then mill some more, and then Dread Return. I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. So that means, do we have any way? We're running out of time too. So we can Cabal Ritual 3. We can only make 6. So Infernal Tutor, 4 mana for Burning Wish. Burning Wish for Meltdown. Hitting Shuko. Is that what we have to do? I think we have to do that. That's funny. It's unfortunate we couldn't get... Okay, so that's what we have to do, right? Guess we could have done Otawara shenanigans, but that's not really gonna do it. That's all I got. So we have 2 LEDs on top. We have 6 cards. They're gonna put a 4/5 flyer into their hand. Oh no, we shuffled. Okay. Right. That's right. mean, eventually they're just going to hardcast the Dread Return, right? Or maybe they don't have another black source? Forget what we saw in their actual deck. They can play Strix, then they can Cabal Therapy themselves and hit the Dread Return, and then they can flash it back. I think they have, like, what is needed to do that. Stoneforge, or maybe they can't. They might just have enough damage, though. Okay, we got the mana. Yeah, they have just enough to get across the finish line. Need to draw action right now. Oh, plus they're going to have Force Negation. Likely. Like, very likely. Ad Nauseam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, yeah, I think we take it. I think it gets countered, though. Ah, bounce a creature! Yep, that was definitely better. Yeah, I have no time, so I'm not really thinking. We still want black. Yeah, and Otawara was uncounterable, too. Oh, wow. So, their last card is Force of Negation. Pedal. We can't win? I think they said GG, right? This game's been the most extreme roller coaster, right? Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, Otawara would have won. What a fucking idiot. Why no Massacre? Yeah, that would have worked too. Because there were 2 minutes on the clock, and I have very few reps with the deck. Okay, this is pretty good. So confirmed, could have been 1-0. Many different ways. Get a new deck in the mail. Nice. Mail day is always good. So I suppose we're supposed to go basic island, right? We could also just, like, go. They're on 5 cards. I mean, is that just, like, the Epic Gamble player in me? Because I want to Ad Naus. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Oh, they're F6'd. There's no other better line, right? Past and Flames, we don't have enough stuff going on, so. Here we go. 7, we're going to have 2, so you're supposed to make blue, right? Wind up with 1 blue, 1 black. Let's pop this baby out. They're just going to scoop it up. Okay. Okay. Got there. Easy game. In the dark. Am I supposed to bring in, like, a flexible piece in Echoing Truth and maybe, like, Otawara? How about that? How about it? Yeah, I don't think I've ever played with Massacre. Or not never, but just hardly. Mass land destruction. You sick mother. Sick mother. We're gonna mull it. Sure. It's either Rain of Filth or one of the discard spells. Let's say Rain of Filth. Nice. So we went to 5. They're gonna Thoughtseize. Okay. Probably take the tutor. I think we're kind of priced into getting a dual land here. Whoa. Certainly take that thorn. Okay. Ew. Do I want to go before they get a lock piece off of the Bob and discard us more? Yeah, I'm going to try. Let's hide the Brainstorm back on top. So we are not in great shape here. They flipped a Swamp. Yeah, I'm not too worried about map. They drew another Thoughtseize. I considered playing out the Petal, but not sure how helpful that is. Then they play map, okay. They forgot to attack. I do think we Brainstorm again. Alright, at least we're not locked anymore. Don't think we need Any more discard. Play out the LED, pass the turn. They hit a Dark Ritual. And they're gonna go get Saga. And we're gonna fetch for... I want to be able to cantrip into cantrip, right? I don't think we necessarily need 2 black sources. I don't think they play any wastelands anyways, so I think Volk. It's a good one. Come on, baby. Don't want Rain of Filth. And I can ditch one of these Dark Rituals. Maybe I was supposed to put Ponder on top and then use it next turn instead of spewing right now. Because we're likely going to shuffle, and then if we shuffle into action and they take it, we're going to be super sad. I think that was maybe a mistake. I guess I didn't need to play LED. Stage is fine. Drum roll. Are we super sad? I don't think we are. I think we're happy. We are very happy. We even get to Thoughtseize. We don't need to, but I'm gonna. They got rituals too. Ball Writ. Let's go right ahead and get the Pierskis. So just use the red. Ooh. Is this Dank Depths? Pretty much, yeah. It's mono black depths. Are they just mad? Is that what's happening? Probably mad. Okay, yep. Well, we got him. I think on average this is pretty junk. Elicio C. Come on now. Alright, I gotta remember that we have this. I mean, I'm gonna keep it. It's okay. It could be very good. The ceiling is high. We'll put it that way. I am scared. Okay. We don't beat fail, right? Like, full stop. You have to empty, which is very unlikely to get there against the Epic Storm, but it looks like they're tapping out. All we gotta do is draw mana. I think it's worth brainstorming. Could Thoughtseize, but that seems loose. Ding ding, ding 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 ding. Okay, so Thoughtseize, and what would I rather have in my hand? I don't think it really matters. Ritual, ritual. Oh, I can even get, is that net mana? If I go Infernal, so we have 5, right? We can go to 6, or we can go to 3, go up to 4, go up to 7, or do I want it in my hand? One more mana, or do I want the tutor in my hand? I think I want the tutor. Let's pop this out for y'all. I don't know what's going to be best. Flippity, bippity, bop. It looks like we pretty much got there. So, plenty of Storm, plenty of Petals. We have 1 ritual, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 mana. Nope, I'm good. Burning Wish definitely helps your Ad Naus, huh? Because otherwise you pretty much have to hit Lion's Eye Diamond. Or Tendrils itself. Okay. Duress, Meltdown. We can play Ottawa instead of Island. So there's almost 0 cost. We want Piff. I think I'd rather have both of these than Preordain. Maybe I cut a land against them on the draw. I just cut actual Island and keep a Preordain. Sorry if I'm typing too much, distracting you at all. No. You're good. You're good, you're good. You have Wishclaw on the other versions. Yeah. I mean, I think we actually keep this. Because one of the biggest problems that Ant has against Tess is getting through their veils. So you actually want a high amount of discard so that you can work through them. And then oftentimes they have to play to the board. So Meltdown would be good. But there's only so much you can do, right? Do I really get Badlands here? I don't think Meltdown was better than Preordain here, though. I'll say that. I guess we get Badlands. I would imagine they're veiling here. That's the thing. Obviously, the stop stab, but they also draw a card. And then we're not doing anything. But you have to get through this, because you can't actually win. They should be suspicious of Badlands. Not gonna walk into Meltdown, huh? That was a good draw. I think we duress here. What'd they do with the Ponder? No shuffle. Veil again. Alright. Hopefully we're not dead. I suppose we should at least represent Fluster. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pedal. Skabunkler. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. What are they doing? Oh, yeah. We are likely dead. Oh, they hit their echo. That's good for us. Okay. That's not good. We're dead. If they go again, we have hope. Keep going. Keep going. Chromox. Imprint. Burning Wish. Cast Rite of Flame. LED. Opal. Opal. Come on. Well, the good news is I don't think they're well seasoned. So, which is the only reason why I'm making them go through this. Burning Wish. Are they going to click on Tendrils? Yep. Alright, game 3. I think I just run it back. Maybe no Meltdown. Ugh. Maybe though. Could be so good against them. Yeah. I think it's better than Preordain. Sure. I will lead on Duress. They mulled the 6. What do you got? Guess we pretty much have to take the Veil. Maybe I should have played my LED out. If they drew LED or Echo and then cantrip into LED or Echo and then Echo here, I'll be sad. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. It's going away though. They did not shuffle. They used their Delta. Okay. I mean, it's a good one, but I can't cast it yet. I think there's a good chance they didn't hide the card that's important, but I think it's right to brainstorm either way. Maybe not though. Considering their hand, I don't think there's 2 cards unless it's LED Echo, and I will play this LED. But they can't win, right? There's 2. I guess there's 2 unknowns, so I guess a third could do it. LED, Burning Wish, in which case probably better to Duress. It's going okay. I punted big time in the first match, so we should be 2-0, which is good. No, I think it's supposed to brainstorm, because there's a good chance we're going to hit a land to be able to Duress anyways, or this. No, this isn't good enough. Not good enough, and we can't afford to blow our pedal to discard. But I think there's a really low chance we're dead. I guess the only problem is if they keep a Veil. At least we have discard for that. Okay, so let's do this. Let's play this out and this. Pass the turn. I suppose, could we have gotten tricky the next turn? Like left... yeah, we could have left Burning Wish on top. It still gets wrecked by a Veil, though. We could have left Burning Wish on top and then Brainstorm. Like Ritual, Brainstorm, hold priority, crack the LED. But that's the same as... Yeah, we don't have to. That's like if you're trying to dodge discard, I suppose, right? They don't play discard, so they ponder shuffle. Pass. The green source open. They played their Mire. So I think we're supposed to blow one of these rituals. 3, 5, 6, 9. So we're gonna peer, and then we're certainly in trouble if they have Veil. But is what it is. We could duress 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Yeah, we don't have enough to duress first. I wanted the ritual first because you have to if we want to go this turn. If we duress first, they're at 18. 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Burning Wish is either has to be lethal or it gets peer. Okay. So now we peer. See, no dark ritual, but we have 1, 2, 3 petals and a land drop. I might want to utilize one of these fetches. Yeah, we have LEDs, so alright, let's duress. They have it. If they do, we have to make goblins. They don't, so they're dead. Sweet. Alright. What's the reason for Brainstorm over Preordain there? See the same amount of cards but doesn't lock you? Well, if you Preordain, there's all sorts of combinations that allow you to just win the game with Brainstorm. Whereas Preordain locks you into just swapping out one of the cards in your hand. Wizard 2002. Yeah. I'm going to lead on Duress. So in the event that they are a combo deck, I would rather Duress. Whoa. Rest in peace, they say. Oh, man. That's brutal. I mean, I think that's a mulligan. I don't think it matters which blue land. So you have these petals for red. I mean, maybe I should have gotten Volk, just so I can, like, cast the Burning Wish if I want to. Okay. So we're going to have 3, 4, 5, 6. We won't have Threshold. I do want it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Do I want both? So if I take both, next turn I'll have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, and we can Ad Nauseam, like guaranteed. No land drop, but if I bottom the sea and take the Infernal Tutor, there's no guarantee. So let's hide Tutor, I guess. I just gotta hope we don't get Burning Inquiry. And if we do, it'll probably be fine. Famous last words. Like, it's gonna accelerate our Cabal rituals, that's for sure. Hey, what's up, Arkin? Found something. Okay. That's fine. I don't get it. Or they have another one? Third one? Okay, now I get it. Like, why would you discard one of them? Yeah, I'm trying to broaden my my range as far as content goes. So I realize with my YouTube, if all I do is make only the Epic Gamble videos, it's only gonna go so far, you know. Why am I holding priority? Pop that baby out. Alright, it's worth noting, we don't necessarily have to go for it, right? We can stop it like, well, it looks like we got it. We have no land drop, because they're representing 10. So I think we are actually just going for it. Either hit Ritual, Petal. LED's not that helpful. There it is. Okay, it's free to keep going. There's a pedal. Brainstorm. Biggest card in our deck is 4, so okay. We can stop there. Go ahead and ritual up. Ritual it up. And get him with the tendies. Okay, so they bring in traps, which we tend to just kind of shrug off and discard them. Ley lines, which are a bit more annoying. There's no wasteland, so it's free to do this. Swap an island for Otawara. Do we want some quantity of, oops, this? I'm not sure any of this is worth it. Like, full stop. Like, maybe a Echoing Truth is worth it. Probably not, though. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. If they put in multiple ley lines, whatever. It's not like it's our only route to victory. I'll keep. Might not be fast enough, but let's try it. Hey. I like to gamble. I would imagine that wasn't terrible for them. Yeah. Alright, only one. Otawara. Do I want to save this fetch? Probably. Do I want to discard them? I don't think we have to yet, right? Do I want a natural tendrils? Maybe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I don't, maybe not. I think I take the pedal though. I don't think it's worth playing it though. It's fine. Okay. Alright, I get a Vengevine. So you're going to hit for 8, followed by 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have to go for it. Okay. I have one card. Could be a trap. It's a trap. We did not hit any action. So we can get rid of Thoughtseize. One of these Cabal Ritual. There's no world where we're not casting this, so we might as well. Might as well. That's funny. Yeah. Come on, Preordain. Nope. Nope. Alright, they got us. Game 3 it is. A lot of cantrips. Just didn't find the action. It was a ways away, too. Alright. Let's run it back. It's pretty good. I'm going to start with Duress. So we might be able to cut off their, like, big opening play. Just the trap. Ooh. That's a pretty good one. Okay. Play at the LED. It's a pretty good hand. They're going to put the pressure on. Here comes Putrid. Oh. Damn. Looting even better. Because now they have a few unknowns. At least we have a setup turn. 8, 11. They're representing 11. I think I still want to brainstorm here. I think we're supposed to blow a pedal to unlock ourselves here. So, let's say we bottom Badlands, right? We play both pedals and Ritual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess we don't have to go all in right now. Maybe we shouldn't even unlock ourselves. Do I want to worry about... Do I want to duress them right now? Do I care? So I could ignore it, and then my cantrips play out a lot better. Or I could ignore one of the petals. That has its own problems. I think I want to ignore them having hate. And unlock ourselves next turn. Not sure what was optimal there. We had, like, lines to go for it, but I don't think it's necessary. I think I'm going to lead with... I was afraid of that. Okay, we get to keep the brainstorm at least. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, we have threshold. Oh, nice. There goes Oliver action. And they're hasty. Not that that matters, but... Okay. Burning Inquiry. Oh, man. There's really not much you can do about Burning Inquiry, huh? It's not like you can hide stuff on top. It just gets randomized. Card is so awesome. Yeah, you can keep this. How do I like it compared to the Epic Gamble? To be honest, it's a little more boring to me. When all the lines, not all of them, like there's interesting cantrip lines, but for the most part the lines are deterministic, like more clean. Cantrips, one of the reasons I stopped playing Fair Blue is I get sick of cantrips. They're fun, but I could never, like, it would never be my like go-to deck that I play over and over. So I get tired of them. They took Tendrils? Oh, right, they're at 4. Of course they took Tendrils. Okay, I mean, just gotta find something here. That is not something. That's something that doesn't quite do it. Ugh. I don't think there's much use thought seizing them. Yeah. Looting. No monsters. Entomb. Oh boy. Yep. Oh yes it is. That I know. Arcan. Okay. Is that it? My grief? I mean, this is... Oh, Thoughtseize pretty much seals the deal. Brainstorm, please. One time. Oh, it's so close. 1 mana shy of Ad Nauseam potentially winning. Yep. 0 outs. Yeah, I'm doing good. And yes, trying to make some variation in the YouTube videos. So, definitely want Surgical. Otawara can come in for Island. Island comes out. These have merit. And I don't know how much we want to lean on discard. I know it's not ideal. Probably want to take Preordain out. Don't have time for that shit. In favor of bounce spells. Thoughtseize seems... I mean... I'd imagine some of the games that you win is just by getting lucky that your discard is effective. So I don't want to just dismiss it, right? I understand it's not great, but neither is bounce. So maybe discard is actually better than bounce. Yeah, discard's probably better. I'm gonna bring it all in. Yep. Yeah, that's about it. I think I prefer bounce to Preordain, though. Yikes. So if this petal hits another cantrip and a blue source... I mean, if this brainstorm... Are we 1 card shy of setting that up? So we have the bottom tutor, play petal, we brainstorm with 4, wind up with 5 cards, putting Ad Nauseam on top. I think it's possible. 5 cards, we gotta put 2 LEDs in play. Find any other cantrip, although we don't have preordains anymore, so we'll have Lion's Eye Diamond in hand, plus the cantrip and a blue source. And we cast the cantrip off the blue source, crack the LEDs. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Yep. Need to find blue source plus cantrip. We could just go all in on 2 LEDs. Like, we could play these out, forget the Ad Nauseam. Is that a better shot? That's probably a better shot, right? Because if it hits, there's no Chancellors we have to worry about. If it hits Burning Wish, we have a Pier. If it hits Infernal Tutor, we can't Ad Nauseam. That's actually not that good if it hits Infernal Tutor, huh? Yeah, so maybe just Brainstorming is the best here. We hit a blue source, but no cantrip. 1, 2, 3, 4. And also not enough to Ad Nauseam next turn. Unless we draw something, so... I mean, we're probably just going to get wrecked either way here. But let's put the LEDs down. Let's play Delta. Put this one into play. Pass the turn. Pray the hit, you know, nothing happens against our Reanimator opponent who kept on 7. I mean, I've seen worse. Okay. So that sucks. So they thought seized and did nothing else. I'm actually tempted to keep this LED. This action doesn't really help us with how little mana we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we have 7. But like Burning Wish doesn't do anything unless you have 9. Yeah, I guess not. Do we get Badlands? I think we do. Okay. That's honestly probably our best draw. It's actually quite good for us, considering the spot we're in. I guess I'll play that out. So now they're going to discard us. Play a land. Pass the turn. Okay. Wishing we had an Echo. I mean, I think we just get Preordain, right? Could save it, but I don't think that's good. They can unmask us, but sure. Ooh. That's not good. It looks like we lost the game. Not that game, but you lost that game. Pay 7. Pay 7. Do it. You can do it. Sarah's Emissary. That doesn't... We can beat that. But even just a couple 7/7 flyers are pretty rough here. I mean, does it really matter? Yeah, I'm gonna pack it up. Alright. A bit rough at the end there. We punted the first match, or I did rather, like many different ways. I had 3 glaring opportunities to win the match, just straight up. And then what? Match 4, we got Burning Inkreed. So we got pretty unlucky there. And then we just got wrecked by Reanimator. So it was fun. We'll do some thoughts on the list. Okay, so if I were to play a Grixis list, I would probably have an Echo in my sideboard. Just because I feel like Burning Wish... I know we're only running 2, but like I said in the beginning of the deck tech, I feel like Ad Nauseam Tendrils has a lot of room to work with in their sideboard. They don't have a ton of, like, needs, right? So you just have all this space, which is why I think it's not a huge cost having a Wish board. it might be 2 might be the right number, right? I haven't played this deck enough to know. Maybe 3 or 4 is just too much on Burning Wish. Maybe it's 3 and 3. I don't know. But I know there were a number of times where, you know, we're very low on resources, and I'm trying to think what are my actual outs, and I just don't have any without drawing like 2, 3, 4 cards, especially once Ad Nauseam's in the graveyard. Whereas Echo allows you to refuel, it also allows you to put Ad Nauseam back in your deck with very low resources. And I think this deck can afford to pop it in there. I don't know. I'd have to play with it more, but I feel like... I know we didn't play against a lot of, like, hate, but I feel like 2 Chain of Vapor, 2 Echoing Truth, a Hercule's Recall, a Fatal Push, a Duress in the sideboard, a Meltdown, a Consign Oblivion. Like, it's just so much. That's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Massacre. Wait, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the Ottawa. That's 11 cards. 11 cards devoted to protection / removal. Like, and I get it. Like I said, there's a lot of space, but I feel like that could be trimmed. And I feel like an Echo would be very... If I were to actually go play this deck, I would have an Echo in my sideboard for sure. I did enjoy Preordained Duress. I think with a Grixis list, it makes sense. Like I explained in the beginning, you need something more than just Thoughtseize. If you splash into green, Veil, right? And next time I'm going to play a list with green. But if you're going Grixis, I do think you need the Duresses. 7, 8, I don't, discard spells, whatever. I'm not sure how useful the one on the sideboard is. So I don't know exactly where I would trim. I'd have to play more to see what's the most important. How often does actually getting this come up? Like, I don't know. I'd have to dig in a little bit more. But, I mean, the main deck felt smooth, right? You have access. We didn't have to deal with Wasteland, but if we did, you have access to basics. Like, you have a lot of cantrips, so it's pretty consistent. We did have some... like a lack of luck with our cantrips a couple of times there, which is, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, that's really my only, everything is so, like, obviously stock to me. It's just cantrips, mana, action. The only question is, could these numbers change? Is it better? I don't know. But I would definitely have an Echo on the sideboard. That's just me. I mean... Grape Shot, maybe? Does that really come up that much? Veil isn't really around anymore, so probably not. And the Epic Storm is a bad enough matchup anyways. And a Shepherd, yeah, I don't quite understand Shepherd. I saw that. I mean, it makes your Veil uncounterable, but Abrupt Decay and Besage already enjoy that luxury, so it's literally just making your Veil uncounterable. I don't know how effective that is, but yeah, there's plenty of lists with green, and that's what we're gonna go for next. My guess before I play it is that it's gonna be generally a bit more clunky, more susceptible, of course, to Wasteland. So we'll see. It does have Wish Claw, which is nice, but we'll have some fun with that.